Manish, you want to, let's start here, then we go to Manish.
Ivan, yesterday you spoke about a miracle. At what sort of minutes of the day you start to think, maybe this is the day?
What was that last scrum? At 77. Yeah, immensely proud. We knew we were a little bit undercooked, especially with repeated effort and collision. We probably only would have started next week or 2 weeks from now with that. Our biggest focus was to test ourselves with tempo, because we know the All Blacks want to play there, and how can we play our game and try and force it upon them. So to be in the fight for 77 minutes, if I can call it that, just a proud moment. And yeah, I actually liked the feeling in the change room where we felt we let it slip.
I know that iemand was baie net dit was ons rare geld so shows by storie en ek wil die mense hierso ek moet alles park vir dit ons as ek woord mag sê ons moes ook geniet ek wil net ons sien dat dit geniet ons was baie veg en ons hoe belangrik dit is ek moet sê hierdie ons hoe hier sit te lok hier na julle ons handelsmerk en hierdie nou is baie
Dankie vir jou vraag, Marnus. Ons het heeltyd van mekaar in die week gesê, jy kan dit op twee maniere sien. Jy het niks om te verloor nie, of jy het iets om te wen. Ons wou deur hoe ons gespeel het, deur die passie, die harde werk, die karakter wat ons wou gewys het, wat ons vir mense gewys het, wat dit vir ons beteken, wat vir mense gewys het, wat die stadion in Johannesburg en die gemeenskap vir ons beteken. Ek is nie presies seker hoeveel mense dit was nie, maar om hulle te hoor, soos Francke sê, hoendervleis terwyl hy speel, soos die mense sing, soos hy die mense se energie voel. Wat ook al ons kan doen om mense te bring, wat ons kan doen of hoe ons kan speel om vir hulle om te sien, ja, ons is bereid om enigiets te doen vir dit.
Cash, sorry, just first of all, you guys came very close, but as you said, it must have been a bit disappointing. Some of those soft tries that you guys, it looked like soft tries, and then well, maybe Francke was coming there. And then Francke, just for you, you spoke yesterday about your dad's memories of playing the All Blacks. You've now played them as well, and you've got the honour of being at the end of a pushover try against the All Blacks. That's surely something you're going to brag about at the family dinners.
That's good. Yeah, such a special moment. I actually chatted to Ethan Blackadder afterwards. We swapped jerseys, and he was also on the same page of fathers playing against each other, and we probably have a beer later on. So yeah, just a surreal moment. Probably one of the easiest tries I will score, and I've told the front row thank you for that. So yeah, I still scored 5 points, and my dad scored 6, so he's still in the lead. So yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Brendan. Thanks for your question. I think that the intercept try is a little bit against principle of how we wanna catch and pass. So I think that there's a moment. Obviously, I think the third last scrum we got penalised for breakfoot. Technical call. If that goes the other way, or the scrum before that was a pushover try. So if you get a penalty or advantage there, we can have a crack. And then the last two, obviously, they dominated. So a lot of the facets tonight we haven't really touched on or got a lot of repetition in. Again, immensely proud of the effort. But yeah, so let's call it 2 moments. The intercept try and probably scrum, 1 or 2 scrums.
How much does this performance help your team in your preparation to the World Series? It must be a massive boost.
Quietly possible. The interesting thing is we're still 4 or 5 weeks away, so it's almost restart. We've got the rest of the week off just for the bodies to heal a little bit. Then a tough 2 weeks in prep where we actually will really get into collision and all the tough stuff. We've got a warm-up game against the Sharks, and then it's Leinster. So sprint before the marathon. So we just for the next 2 weeks just got to get the conditioning right again and get the bodies right again to go again. But hopefully after the season we can say that tonight was massive for the season.
Thanks, Coach. Chris Smith had a great day. On the day that Richie, Longa and Bodenberg both missed, you won the take for him to get a call up in his new box?
I think Chris was desperate for a good performance. I think he was still hurting a little bit from the last performance against Leinster. The man that he is and the character that he is in the team, I think he took it personally to try and fix it. I think his goal kicking was exceptional. How he bossed us around the field was exceptional. For Chris, he must just keep on doing what he's doing. If Branas, if Dion could get the call up at 37 or 8 or 9, he's still got plenty time.
Coach, were you surprised that your team was, well, they started well very quickly, but were also able to keep up that tempo for a very large period of the game? Were you surprised at that, just thinking about how far you are, or not that far in your pre-season, to be able to play at that tempo against a team that's been playing on a tour for quite some time? And also just a word on Mahashe, who, with that injury, continued to soldier on, had a very good end to last season, and how much do you think he can continue that momentum in a forward RC season?
We obviously want to pride ourselves in repeated effort and work rate. That's how we want to play. It's part of our DNA. So hopefully 4 weeks from now we can take it 2, 3, 4 more levels. But we expected that the All Blacks want to play. So we did start a little bit earlier with with repeated effort work than we would usually. But again, immensely proud. We lost the last 12 minutes, I would think, just repeated effort and conditioning wise, which you can look at two ways. You can either be really proud of 68 or you can be really critical about 12. I think for 68 minutes we really brought it in terms of repeated effort. Hopefully we can fix the additional 12 and more in the next 2-3 weeks. We're also a little bit lucky. 1 or 2 forward passes, 1 or 2 balls to the ground. They got around us. Once we were fatigued, they got around us pretty easily. So there's a little bit of a work on for us. But just in terms of, we call it, we've got a word for it, but to get up and just get working again. And that leads me into Marsha. His repeated work is good, isn't it? He's hunger to work. He's hunger to make a difference in the game, whether it's attack or defence. To think he's only 21 is exciting. Still a little bit of body we can move there, S&C wise, strength wise, but in terms of natural athlete and just the hunger to work, I think is absolutely world class. As he finished the season, he started the season, and I think he's got an unbelievable future, hopefully with us at the box.
Cash, over here, that's first your performance. Francke, just tell us just a bit about the tempo change for your team. I mean, after those first 2 tries, I'm sure you guys probably have stats that felt like you could make it. But when did that point for you guys happen on the pitch?
Yeah, obviously, like Coach said, we haven't done too much contact fitness. So there was a time I looked up to the scoreboard and I only saw 15 minutes has passed, and I thought, no, it can't be true. And I looked at a few guys, and half time we also spoke, but then luckily second wind kicks in. And yeah, it was an unbelievable start, and I think credit to the crowd. That first 10 minutes, they were just so loud and so noisy, and I'm so proud of the guys that we can put up a performance like that. And for the crowd to come out on a Tuesday night, a works night, 7 o'clock, hopefully we did enough tonight that when we play Leinster end of September, that the same amount or even more of the crowd would be here. Yeah, they carried us through a lot of stuff, and every single time we kept them out, you just start believing. If you score another try, the lead goes out, you start believing. So, yeah, just credit to everyone for working really hard, and it was a once-off experience, and I think we made the badge proud.
Cash, good evening, and hard luck on the result. Very good game. What kind of selection headache are you going to have going to do this season at scrum off when Nico's Day plays the way that he does? It's clumpy at the box, and despite a few games, Hashim Bede does look like someone who's going to also cause selection problems going forward.
You can see it as problems, or you can see it as an opportunity. There's various stages, various ways of how we want to play, various stages of development in position and age. every system needs at least 4 to 5 scrum halves. We're blessed with three exceptional ones currently playing. So it's vital. It's vital to provide clarity. It's vital to engage with all three. And tonight was important for me, with Krappie being selected at the box, which I'm really happy for him, to give both guys a good run.
Questions, guys? Thank you very much.
Thanks everyone, appreciate it.